Hello and welcome all to the same section 3, but this is second lecture of this particular section. This is video 7 section 3 lecture 2. This is based on calculations for finding the number of hosts in a particular subnet, and that is the default subnet, not the customized subnet. The default subnet is the one that has already been predefined by the organization named IANA, who look after IPv4 and IPv6. So let us see what this calculation says. So we have already seen class A structure. Class A structure is network host host host. It means the 24 bits. These 24 bits are for the host portion, and there is a formula called number of hosts per subnet is equal to 2 to the power host bits minus 2. So there are 24 bits for the host portion, so this becomes 2 to the power 24, and we subtract 2 because the first address is the network address and the last address is the broadcast address, and these two addresses cannot be assigned to a host. So this is another rule for IPv4, that network address and broadcast addresses cannot be assigned to a host. So 2 to the power 24, we have already seen its value to be this much. So on subtracting 2, this becomes 16,777,214. So we can say that for a class A default subnet, there can be a maximum of 16,777,214 hosts. Remember, this is for the default subnet. The class B structure is network network host host. The formula is the same, 2 to the power host bits minus 2, and the same rule, y minus 2. The same reason, y minus 2. This time host has got 16 bits, so this is 2 power 16, and on subtracting 2 we get 65,534. So we can say that for a class B default subnet, there can be a maximum of 65,534 hosts in that particular default subnet. Again I repeat the meaning of default. Default means something that has already been configured for us. So IPv4 is the one that we are studying, and in this IPv4, default class A, default class B, default class C, they have already been predefined, they have already been pre-configured, and we cannot change them. So we are currently looking at what are the default values. Let us see class C. The class C structure is network 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 host. It means 8 bits for the hosts. The formula remains same, and this time it is 2 power 8. So 2 power 8 is 256, and then it becomes 254 after subtracting 2. So we can say that for a class C default subnet, there can be a maximum of 254 hosts per subnet. Okay, let us see the lecture summary. So we saw class A structure, network host host host, and then we know that the first 8 bits are for the network portion, the remaining 24 bits are for the host portion. Then we found the default number of hosts in this particular default subnet by this formula, and it comes to over 16 million. Likewise for class B, the structure is network network host host. So first 16 bits for the network portion, the last 16 bits for the host portion, and based on the formula we get over 65,000 hosts per subnet in class B. Likewise for class C, there can be a maximum of 254 hosts per subnet, and that is the default subnet, not the customized subnet. We have not yet customized. We are going to customize this subnet. So customized subnet will be the one that will not be the default. That should be it in this particular lecture. This was a very short lecture where we just calculated the number of hosts in the default subnets of class A, class B and class C. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye until then.